and Lucy for the Sonic Team session on Sunday, the 21st of May, 2017. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Lucy. How are you doing?
Hi, Jay. I cannot see your screen.
Is that better?
Your screen, please.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, now I can see.
Great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your number between 0 and 9?
My number is 5.
5. I'm doing okay. I have had a long day, maybe like 7 or 8 hours of work, and but yeah, I'm excited about moving things forward. So probably like a 6. Even get Abdul to check in. Abdul says he's fine, and he's also 6. Cool. All right. So our first topic is to go over some overall priorities. Oh, actually, I was curious. Does anyone need to get paid today? We really do need to. I guess that's a task. This would be for personnel support. We need to. Confirm everyone for who needs weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly payments. So this would basically be, to go through all of the personnel files and we make a spreadsheet of everyone's payroll time frame. You might be able to add it to the existing payroll spreadsheet, but I think it would be better just to do a new one. All right. So we're going to start with overall priorities. And someone want to start the video indexing? And Lucy, you're going to do video indexing, right? So this would be overall priorities. I guess we could say overall and team priorities. Lucy, are you going to do the video indexing? Okay, well, I took care of that one. You can do the next one if you want to. Or please do the next one because I get a little frazzled. All right, so overall,
Let's see, you're going to do the indexing.
overall and team priorities. All right.
So you want to, or please do
Abdul, you here as well? You guys see my screen? Hey, Lucy, could you please mute? That was interesting to say the least. But it would be good to mute your microphone, Lucy, when you're not talking. But at least it's not doing feedback anymore, which is excellent. All right, so overall and team priorities. I think I heard something.
But it would be good to mute your microphone, Lucy, when you're not talking. Not doing feedback anymore, which is excellent.
But it is doing feedback. This is how, there you go. Excellent. Thank you, Lucy. Now we can hear without the feedback. All right, so overall team priorities. So the overall priorities are on the full team doc. So if we go to the full team doc, we have these new overall FQN priorities, and we have overall client priorities for the client that's paying us, right? So basically, and then there's also other team priorities and see team docs. Okay. So yeah, team budgeting. So basically, the first one is making sure that we have understanding of the overall priorities and how it relates to the team priorities, right? And this is also finalizing all of the budgets and the ranking updates, and also accounting and recruitment and training. So what we're doing now is training. As you can see that there's a lot that needs to be done before we spend a lot of time at training. So we're going to try to get through this pretty quick and not go into too many details. But this is part of our training here, is making sure we can get all of these top overall priorities done. For the client priorities, there's getting the house paid rent, the client relations documents, the EXA DAO governance form, MO budgets, a bunch of budgeting, executive proposals, worker intake, and other responsibilities. I don't know if this is really a top priority, but yeah. Anyway, so the point here is that I guess this could like link to other responsibilities doc. So the main point here is that you guys don't know how to do all this, and so your goal would be help supporting me to just make sure that it gets done. Because it would take me way longer to train someone to do a lot of this stuff, as opposed to me just doing it on my own, or in a buddy team, like working together on it. So anyways, we're just going to go through some of these, but let's look at the Sonic team's priorities. So we go over to the Sonic team. Sonic. So we have FQN priorities and we have EXA priorities. So we know we're working on the EXA finances, and we're going to go through that. And we have that on our topic list for today. We're going to go through client finances, EXA client finances. And then we also want to acknowledge the overall priorities, make sure the team priorities don't get in the way of accomplishing all the overall priorities, which are on the full team doc. So let's see here. These aren't ordered or anything, but we know we want to do more finance for FQN, personnel support, calendars and scheduling, spreadsheets and responsibilities. And of course, there is also this one, all the ranking updates here. And I think there's a lot more stuff, but that's just like, yeah. 1, 2, masters, facilities. Are there any questions about the overall team priorities? Overall team priorities? Do you guys understand? Do you guys get it? Okay, cool. So the more you guys can do to help make sure that I'm able to get all the overall priorities done, the better. So the next topic here is the team budgets. So we really need to get these team budgets done. Team priorities. We went over the team priorities already. So the topic here would be updating the rankings, the personnel priority rankings. I know I've gone through this multiple times before in the past. Ooh, and let's make sure one of the part is the master video index. Let's go over that as well. Okay, so updating the personnel priority rankings. Let's see, we got finalized team budgets. Okay, let's be close. So this one. Good. Perfect. All right. So the personal priority rankings, when we know what that is, if we go to the supersonic team, we go to the important documents. It's one of the important documents. So this is the personnel prioritization ranking. And so we all know and understand that the budgets are very, very tight, and we are in the position where our people, the amount of money people are asking for is higher than the amount of budgets that we have. And the goal is that we don't actually need, like, if we only make decisions based on money, that's kind of like, not the best way to do it. So it's really important that we update this here. This is the work time and community equity and session credits, right? So we want to add people's equity assets. We want to add all the time that they're working. And we want to add their session credits. So their time, equity, assets, and their session credit. So this is very, very important so that we're able to, rank people based on their actual contribution instead of just the money they're asking in the budget. Because we're talking about people here. It's like the actual contributions can weigh out how much money people are asking for if they're contributing a lot. The other one is the evaluation, right, where this is blank. And so we want to do both of these. So let's go over in a little bit more detail to make sure we're really clear on how this all works. So let's get this here. Copy. Oh, we already have that. Okay. So this is a responsibility. Responsibility updating personnel priority rankings. And this is obviously part of the project would be worker coordination and budgeting, really, but you know, it relates to both. And there's also personnel support that's related to this. Personnel support. So this is kind of like a sub ranking. Okay. So let's make sure this is all clear over here on our responsibilities. Organizing the master videos index is also part of worker coordination. It's got the same project, but it's a different responsibility. There we go. Wait, no, it's not right either. Oh my gosh, there it is frustrating. Okay. So from here, there's 3 parts of this, and these would be umbrella tasks. So let's give it a little task symbol and some umbrella action. So one is the updating the, well, let's just say it. There's basically the money, there's the time and contributions, and there's the evaluation selections. So first you want to update the HR rankings. And this is actually fine, like we're good on this. So we can pretty much make, actually there's one component of this that needs to be improved, which is specifically the buddy team proposals. So we need to get buddy team proposals in there. So this is pretty good in general, except for the buddy team proposals. So I'll show you how to do the buddy team proposals one really quickly. So we go here, and remember we do everything with provisional buddy teams. So we would go to the budget. So if we go to the supersonic team, we should have a supersonic budget doc. Do we have a budget doc? I guess we're putting everything in the spreadsheet, right? Full team budget. There it is, full team budget spreadsheet. All right, so the Sonic team, it's Abdul and Ulysses and Julie and Lucy. So Julie and Lucy would be a buddy team, okay? So when we're doing this, we would do buddy team. This would be Sonic. This is also Sonic. Sonic. Lucy is Sonic. 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 And James would be global right now because he's not part of the Sonic. Zulu is kind of global. Sonic, Rico. I don't know. Yeah, about Abdul. Lucy, Sonic, Dominic. Okay, this looks good. Abdul is Sonic. All right, so this would be a provisional buddy team. You guys can make a main buddy team if you want to eventually, and this would be Julie and Lucy. And you know, we're basically just going through. So this is Julie and Lucy would be well, it's basically Asia and Africa is your jurisdiction. The jurisdiction would be the two added up. So basically, we're just adding everything together. So in this case, it would be Julie 400 plus Lucy 600, so that equals 1,000. And the base hourly rate is just a equation, so I just copy that. So this would be Lucy is a no, so it would automatically be no. The time would be Lucy 30, Julie 30, so that'd be 60 hours. And then ideal rate would be Lucy 1,000 plus Julie 500, so that'd be $1,500. The ideal hourly rate would be, I think it's just an equation, so we just copy and paste. And then the ideal hourly cost would be Lucy 20. Is this right? This should just be like that. All right. So here it's 8, Lucy's 8, and Julie is 4. So that would be 12. And there's sometimes there can be cents in there, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So lowest agreed hourly time. So this would be Lucy 30, Julie 30. So that would be 60. The lowest agreed monthly rate. Hey, Julie is available now. Okay, great. Great. Julie. Make sure she knows how to get to the dock and see the all right, so then this one would just be, anyway, so you guys could be helping me with this. All you got to do is just add it up. So the lowest monthly rate, this is another pretty easy one. If you go to the budget spreadsheet, we pretty much already added it up right here, right? So 1,148 for 60 hours. So I come over here, 1,148 for, oh, I guess that would be the total between the two. So if I go here to Lucy, it's 630, and Julie, it's 400, so that's 1,060, 30. 1,130. And then this would be Julie 6, Lucy 11, so that's 17. It should be done in like an hour. This is just an equation, so I copy and paste. This one here is also an equation, so I just copy and paste. And then last but not least, we have Lucy is at 5 and Julie is at 333, so that'll be 833. 833. All the rest of this is just equations, so I just copy and paste. And then you can see where it works out in the list. So it's right here. So do you guys have any questions about that? So we still need to do all of the other buddy teams that haven't been done yet. So maybe we need to create a verification spreadsheet for that. So maybe this is also like, create verification spreadsheet for buddy team proposals. So any questions? Any questions about updating the buddy rankings? No, cool. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 buddy teams. So we're just missing James, I think. Anyways, I think we're fine. Last week we are fine for now. All right, so we definitely need to get people to approve their buddy team, or people need to break up and do different buddy teams. Like Julie could link with Ulysses, or Abdul could link with Lucy, or any other way. Lucy could be with Ulysses. There's lots of way of organizing the buddy teams and the proposals. Okay, so let's go on to the next one, the work time. So this is work time. So this would be an umbrella task as well. So updating work time and contribution rankings. So the easiest way to do this is just simply with the equity spreadsheets. So if you go here, do we have the spreadsheets? I don't see them here. I think we have them with the global team. Well, look, here's the doc for the Sonic team budget. Doc for Sonic team budget. All right, well, this obviously needs to go into the Sonic team. So we go to the Sonic team, Supersonic team. Doc for Sonic team budget. Okay, it was already there. That's good. So right now I'm just looking for the equity spreadsheets. Here we go, individual time and equity asset spreadsheets. So this one is certainly going to be helpful. And this also should be linked to the full team. So let's make sure it's also linked to the full team. Right. Where the full team goes. But yeah. Import team documents. So let's just start with someone who hasn't been done yet. So we already do Ulysses, we did Abdul, so let's try Isaac. So we come here, we go to Isaac. can see here that Isaac has worked 56 hours. We probably could update this for his most recent, but it would be 56 hours for last month. So for the month, it would be Isaac would be 56. For the quarter, it would still be 56. If he had worked this month, like let's say he worked 5 hours this month, right? But we don't know yet. It would be, the quarter would be 56 plus 6, so there's 5, so it would be 61, right? So the year would be 61, and all time would be 61. Okay. So, you mentioned which session of today I have to connect with to choose the buddy team, or already am first Atlantic team. Well, we are doing a session now. If you would like to join us, I would be happy to chat after as well. Also, I scheduled us for a buddy team later tonight, my morning, if that works. Just calendar. All right, so Zealand wanted to check in. All right, so then equity assets. I go to Isaac's equity assets. I go to the total, and it's 2,659. So I'd come over here and I do 2,659. So from here, everyone we're probably going to be adding. So this is going to be, time and equity assets, and then this is going to be contribution credits. So contribution credits would basically be like, type of credit, and total credits. So basically be something simple like this. And the way you get all the contribution credits is through, if we go to this, it should be on the Sonic team. Go to the Sonic team. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. It's already there. Try the global team. Index of session meeting notes for Andromeda team, index of session meeting notes for Oceania global team. So this should be the Sonic team. Maybe we'll make another one. Index of session meeting notes for and eventually we'll need to make an Atlantic team as well. So this could be a task. Highlight here. Julie ever get here and can check in? Julie. If she made it. If not. Anyway, so if we go to the session meeting notes for the Andromeda team, and let's make sure all of these are in the full team doc. I think they are, but I just want to make sure. There we go, the session notes. Cool. And I'm still not sure what this is. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so index for session meeting notes. Oh no, this is not it. This is not the index session meeting notes. Session value tracking spreadsheet. This is it. So this is the one that should go in the full team doc. All right, and this can go here in our notes here for how you do this. So if you go in here, then this is where you can get the session credits. So you have general session credits, community Saturday credits, Atlantic session credits, Sonic session credits, weekly Sonic session credits. Oh yeah, that's for our Wednesday session. And then there's other types like attendance, facilitation, general, and then we have other kinds of credits, yeah. So anyways, you would find their name and you can add up all the different session credits that people have. And you can add it up into their equity for session credits. So, this is the most optional. I would say, maybe we could even just not even make it yellow, but all of this needs to be filled in. So do you guys understand how to do all this or what? Do you guys understand? Can you guys hear me? Hear me? Okay, so is it going to get done? This is technically the 5th plus time I've asked to get this done. Oh, look, Julie's here. Hey, Julie, did you want to check in? Do you exist? Where is Julie? Yeah, Julie, you should totally check in and say hi if you'd like. No, Julie, huh? Very sad. All right, so let's do the evaluation one now. So let's see here. Get rid of that. We can get rid of this. Sonic team. So this one needs a lot of work. So we're gonna make that one yellow. So the next one is. I think this is all pretty much green. I wouldn't worry too much about that stuff. Okay. So the next one is umbrella. Updating worker evaluations. And just so you know, it is possible to have buddy teams here and other teams that accumulate assets and value. So now we're going to do doing work evaluations. So let's start with going to personnel support, general evaluations form, the link to editable form, spreadsheet results. So here you have like Jorge gets a 7, right? Andromeda team, global team, Andromeda team, right? So basically you would want to most likely copy and paste these all into a single thing. Like the easiest way to do this is just kind of copy all of this here. and then just kind of cut that, bring it down here, cut this, bring it down here, and then I can just go ahead and sort by group. So here, these are all Andromeda. Got Atlantic team, Abdul, Anacleta, Isaac, Jorge, Nelly, Ulysses, Julie, right? So the more we do evaluations, the better. And then you can add the value, or just basically, you know, if we look over here, we would have, this is evaluation. So we have session evals, weekly evals, monthly evals, elections. So this is like session/daily evals. And then we have weekly evaluations and monthly evaluations. So we haven't started, we only have session evals right now. So this is basically the only one that you would use, right? And everybody should be evaluating each other. Like if you don't know about the evaluation stuff yet, like you should definitely be evaluating each other. It's pretty easy. It's basically just, you know, electing and appointing like who we want to represent us and make decisions for us. So let's say we practice right now. So if I was going to go to the form, so this would be the spreadsheet form. This is the general evaluations. And this is something basically we should be doing after every session, every week, especially on the weekly sessions. We'd be doing the weekly evaluations. So let's pop this in here. Here's this editable spreadsheet. Oh, great. So let's add Zulu in here. Zulu. Hi, Zulu. Please check in Zulu and Julie. So I think technically we're still on this. We haven't actually, we're not doing that yet. We're still updating personal priority rankings. Okay, so good. So making sure buddy teams approving buddy proposal, new buddy proposals. Yeah, we'll do this quickly. Okay, so let's get to the evaluation form. So let's just quickly go through the evaluation form, make sure people know how to do this. Name, let's say we're evaluating, I don't know, the Sonic team. Sonic team, we still have a ways to go to get better. Maybe it's like a 3 or 4. Still have a ways to go to get very organized. And from here, we could evaluate buddy teams. Like you have buddy team Abdul and Lucy. You guys are doing a lot better. And doing a lot better and taking initiative, right? Maybe we could have like, you know, but we could do, you know, evaluate an individual like Zulu, you know, it's great to have you back and helping, you know, so it's exciting, right? Anyway, so, you know, what's important to understand is, I mean, you can certainly mark 9 for everybody, but this doesn't actually directly affect whether or not you will, your work or your pay or anything like that. All it affects is like who we are appointing and electing to represent us, right? And you can see previous responses here, right? All the different people and buddy teams that were evaluated. You can see how most people are getting good evaluations, which is good, right? So that's a good thing, that most evaluations are this one's kind of mid-level. So these are some on the high side. So that's good that generally evaluations are positive. So yeah, so everyone should be doing evaluations, and those are like session daily evaluations, and then we'll get the weekly evaluations going, and the monthly evaluations will be required for everyone to do detailed self-evaluations. And then elections happen more like quarterly and annually. So these are much more rare, but will also be important for ranking everybody. Cool. So I think that's pretty much it on getting that going. And so you can also like add the buddy teams in here and put the evaluations for the buddy teams as well, and how the buddy teams are being evaluated. Any questions on the updating the evaluation spreadsheets, which is very important? Any questions? See, check in. Oh, here we go, Julie. I'm good today. 5.5, awesome. And I want to do Zilu as well. Zilu, you can check in here. Awesome. Okay, so I think we're done with this particular topic, updating worker evaluations. Let's make sure the spreadsheet is linked here so you have it. Be under personnel. And it's this one, spreadsheet results. Great. So let's make sure all of this is gets indexed. Muy importante. All right, some of the next topic. So I don't think we even really need to do this. It's really quick. I mean, basically, everyone needs to talk to their buddy teams. Get the provisional buddy teams or their main buddy team set up, and then actually, do your budget proposals and approve them, and bring it back to the overall team. And let's make sure that's in the supersonic overall priorities. So this would be every buddy team needs to approve their buddy budget proposals. Cool. So the only other thing here is that we're gonna be evolving the system for how we do the evolution. So there's going to be ideal pay, and there's going to be your lowest pay, and then we'll basically do like the mid or the request. Like it will be like a request slash like, so this is like basic life needs, and then this is like your request or like what you would want. And this would go between your lowest and your ideal. So this is going to be in between. So it looks like that's the direction we're going to be going. So we have ideal, lowest, and kind of in between. All right, so any other question about any of this stuff we've covered so far? So we're going to go to the master video indexing here. I think we're good. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, so let's go on to the next one, which is the master video indexing. And I'll add to my task list. So I need to update the priority, not Jason paid, full team. And okay, cool. All right, so I've talked about the organizing the master video indexing many times in the past, and for some reason it never gets done, so I'm going to try it again. This would be a responsibility. It would go under, there it is, right there, under worker coordination. And I would just say this is the Sonic team. Everybody's pretty much here right now, which is great. Let's see if we got Zilu to check in yet. Let's see. Okay, Zilu got here at 10, which is good. And we check in? No. Let's get Zilu checking in here. Organizing the master video index is very simple. Like, we do the whole indexing of all of our videos for training purposes. And then we have the actual, link to the master training video index, right? So when you are doing video indexing during a session, you just note the video indexing time. Let's make sure we get this video index here. So you just do the video indexing. You can see what time it is. We started at 9:23. It's 10:21, so it'll be at 58 minutes, right? So this will go 58 minutes. Ready to go. So when we, at the end of the meeting, we copy the video indexing session, and then we go into the master video index, and we go to the very bottom where it says new video indexing, and you can see here we have all of the new video indexing. Okay, and then we would simply go, like, typically we would put like the date, and usually I put newer videos on the top. And this would be May 20th. We probably need to figure out some way to verify. Maybe we'll just add that to next steps. So this could be here, next steps. Might be figure out how to verify our video indexing. Master training video index. Okay, so basically, let's think about updating personnel priority rankings, right? So, well, actually, let's do one of these other ones. So project management systems, right? It says it's the current verified link, so that means that we clicked on it, and it goes to, well, it's supposed to go to minute 16. So
would be
that's obviously not a verified link. I don't understand why anyone would ever say that all these are verified links when they're not verified. So the first thing to before you would ever verify links, so this all needs to be deleted. I don't understand why. It says that it's verified when it's not verified. Only verified links should say that they're verified. And only links that are actually in the index should actually be being verified in the first place. So the first step that you would take is you would take like project management systems, for example, and you copy it or cut it and you bring it all the way to the top. You come to say like, hey, it should be part of, maybe it needs a new section, right? So maybe it's part of like worker training. Maybe just make the project management section. Maybe this is like project management. Place it here. So the project management and systems. Then you're going to copy this and paste it here. Oops, link it here so that it's linked, right? And then you'll be able to delete this, right? You can delete it. You don't need that part. And then you can go ahead and click on it, make sure it's verified. The first thing we see is not verified
think
because it's not
would
coming
be-
up correctly, right? So the way you typically make it come up correctly is you would come in here. We know that it's 16 minutes. So if we come in here and we say we want this to be 16 minutes, 0 seconds, and we copy it and we paste it, for some reason that seems to fix it to make it work. So then we click on it again, and it comes to exactly 16 minutes.
In the master task list, we can put all of those in a sun.
So from here, we want to like actually verify that 16 minutes is the correct time for the start of this particular situation's project management system, right? So the question is this where project management systems comes in? So you
So
actually
we
need
can
to watch it a little
start
bit.
giving tasks to each team member.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to go through our, there's a lot to do for our project management system. So right, so we're starting project management systems at 1625. So you technically could actually go in here and say 1625 like that, and then copy, and then paste it here. So you can do it just by the minute, or you can even go to the actual second. And now this is exactly perfect, right? So you click on it, and we go to exactly 16, and it goes project management. Let's see what minute this is at. Right, so it's like literally perfectly verified, right, to the second. So then after you do that, then you say verified current link. Okay. So with this one, it says 5 minutes. If I click on it, it goes to 0. So that obviously is not a verified current link. I don't know why anyone would ever write verified current link on something that's not verified. That's really frustrating. So basically, we can assume that none of these are verified current links because none of them seem to be verified or updated in any way whatsoever. So somebody obviously made a major mistake. So we're just going to delete all of these. If anyone wants to help me delete all the verified current links, that would be fabulous because they do not need to be there. So this one actually could be a verified current link. See how it's clean? When it's verified current link, typically you don't see the actual URL, right? So this one is supposed to be client review. So I would click on it. It's supposed to be minute 21. So you can see the minute 21 there. Oh, whoops. You can click on it so you can see that it's minute 21. So I click here. It goes straight to minute 21.
As far as a buddy team goes, once you get into a double team, it makes a little sense to have an agenda.
So this is exit client review. So obviously it's not starting the client review yet.
Certainly for triple teams, but it's like, the reason why we go to the extra effort is because we want to learn. It's part of the training. It's to learn how to set up an agenda, because eventually you'll be, doing breakouts and coordinating meetings on your own in Spanish, hopefully, because we'll get the whole Spanish network going up. All right, so let's jump into exit review. So this is going to be...
All right, see, we just got into exit review, and it was at 32 seconds. So if you wanted to make it perfect, it would be right at basically 30, maybe like 30 seconds. Maybe just do 30 like that. So then I copy that. I come over here, and I would just remove it and relink it like that. And now it's actually a perfectly verified link. So all of these are obviously not verified links because nobody actually did anything. They just wrote verified current link under it, which obviously is a bunch of baloney phony because they're not verified and no one did anything to them at all. So we want to get rid of all of that. So this one, though, could be a verified current link. You can see that, right? It's it's cleaned up. It doesn't have the link next to it, so this one probably is verified. It goes to 1 hour 32 minutes, which is good. It's spinning a little bit. Sometimes you have to like click on it twice. So 1 hour 32 minutes.
So video indexing. Okay.
So you still heard that. It was video indexing. So basically at 5 seconds to start at video indexing. So technically you could put it at, 1 hour, 32 minutes and 5 seconds if you wanted to, but I could care less, so that's fine. So there's the video indexing training, meeting agenda documentation. This one's verified as well. So that looks good. So you can tell this one's verified. All of these have been verified. This one obviously has not been verified. All right, so I think we're good. Let's see if there's any other ones here. So this is the one I just did. We know that one's verified. So let's do one more so you can see how this works. All right, so this is done, so you can delete it. Updating master task and topic lists. Updating master task and topic lists. Okay, so this would be worker coordination, right? So this would be part of worker coordination. You can see if there's a worker coordination topic. I don't see one. So I'd come down here and I'd say worker coordination and I paste it. Updating master task and topic lists. I would copy this and put it here and link it. It's supposed to be at 32 minutes, so I click it. It goes to 16 minutes. Right? So why does it go to 16 minutes? I don't know, but it does. So we're going to click it again.
And
Now it's
also,
at 15 minutes. Okay, so we want it to be at 32 minutes. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say start at 32 and 0 seconds. And then we're going to click on this. Then we're going to move and relink. And then we're going to try again. Click on it. And then it goes to exactly 32 minutes. Why it does that? I don't know. I really don't know. And it's just spinning, so we'll try it one more time.
meeting notes doc, and then copy both the topics / next steps and the tasks into.
So you can see here we're talking about it, which means it's a little early. So we probably need to go backwards a little bit. So I would say maybe we need to go to 31 minutes, right? So let's try going backwards a minute and see what happens with that. Link again. And we're going to click on it and see what happens.
Longer, I know, isn't that crazy? That's funny. All right, so maybe because I was not talking. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Ulysses, do you need more info on the Andromeda team task? Team master task list, and just go through all of the meeting notes and copy and paste all of the tasks into the map.
So I think that's good enough. So it's, it's pretty good. We did 31 minutes instead of 32. We can delete that there, delete that there, and we could say verified current link. Okay, so any questions about organizing the video index? So you can see that each one of these can take, a couple minutes, maybe even 10 minutes to figure out exactly what time it links and everything. So this is a lot of work. I mean, this is hours and hours, potentially days, even weeks of work, and they're ongoing every single session, every single day. We have more and more of them. So it's a lot of work to get this all organized and updated. Great. All right, so we're done with that topic. Let's go on to the next one. And we're going to continue to organize it. So this would be client finances. Organize the message. So we're not going to be able to go through all of the client finance stuff, but we're going to try to get started at least with the basics of the verification. So we could start with, create a spreadsheet for account verification. You could make it like exa verification. So I don't know, anyone could do this. Maybe buddy team Abdul and Lucy can do it. And we also need to do the video indexing. So we started at 10:35. What was that? 10 out of 10. So it's 1 hour and 22 minutes. 1 hour, 22 minutes. As far as your Abdul/Zilu buddy team, I think that is during the Sonic session, right? So you wouldn't schedule a buddy team during a Sonic session. We would just break out into buddy teams. So Lucy or Abdul, I mean, there's 5 of us here, right? So Lucy, Abdul, Zilu, Julie, I mean, anyone can be doing the video indexing. So let's move that forward, right? I mean, we're waiting here. Is anyone doing video indexing? And Zila, we still haven't gotten a check-in from you. We just want to know how you're doing for the day and like your number between 0 and 9. Yeah, but someone needs to make this spreadsheet as well. It'd be very important. Let's do again. Okay, really tiredy. It's on my call though. Did you do some Pokemon? No. Cool. All right, so okay, so let's check the video indexing. So this is done. Excellent. So we're going to start by just using the accounts that we know we have. So I'll just like pop these in here. So this would be the entity / organization. Delete this. Right, what happened? Oh yeah, so this would be economic partnership. This is not applicable. This would be the account / wallet. Main. We don't know about these. Another one, partnership, partnership. So this would be, there's another blockchain.info, which is J's treasure wallet. Because I guess this is a mixed economic partnership / BZ wallet. And then there's also another one. This is also blockchain.info. I think it actually would be potentially helpful to keep the other. Where'd it go? No, there we go. So I think it would be helpful to keep the login, especially for all the wallets. It's kind of confusing though, but it sort of helps. So you have accounts and wallets, and then you have a login for how you get to those accounts and wallets. So you have a single J treasure account, and you have the mixed VZ, and this is mixed. And then here you have the economic partnership payroll. And then this one would be account wallet. This is my Ether wallet. J's treasurer, economic partnership. Well, it's actually mixed. It's a mixed economic partnership. And this is just so I think this is pretty clear. So then you have, this is the institution. Hold the midline. Make sure we get some. All right. So from here, you would take our existing, right? So we have this spreadsheet, and let's make sure we link this to the finance doc. So that's another task that needs to happen. So make sure we link this new spreadsheet to the finance doc. That's the exa project finance doc. All right. So if we go to the finance doc, let's see, how do we find that? The global team. Yeah. We go down all the way to the bottom. We have the finance project doc. And then we are looking for the databasing. Yeah. And I don't know what this is. Why did it say new finance doc? Why would there be a new finance doc? A new finance doc. What is this all about? What's this? So I don't know why I know to create a new finance doc. That doesn't make any sense. So let's get rid of that. All right. So, and what we do need to do is we need to link the umbrella financing doc. This is like super duper important. So we can get everything linked together. And that's another task for today. Link the umbrella oh no. Umbrella finance accounting slash finance to the finance project doc. And maybe we can have Zilu and Julie do this one. Or anyone can do it. It just needs to get done. All right, so all right, so here's the spreadsheet. So you can see this is Coinbase. We're not sure what organization entity is. All we know that it's Coinbase and it's some type of account, Bitcoin wallet account, right? So we would come here and we look here, we say Bitcoin wallet 1 Coinbase. You know, I mean, that's pretty close. So, you know, what's the best way to do this? So CVS mark. Oh man. So this one I would say is most likely yes. Yes. Question. Or at least have something. So then here, do you want to put date range? Date range. So you would actually open up the document, find out what date range you have. Like this says 4/27/23. You know, so what does that mean? And then you put the you know, the actual transaction range in there for the document itself. And then we're also going to want to know like the link to main ledger. Right, so all these accounts are going to need to have ledgers, either tabs or ledgers of some type. And then from there, we would go through all of these. So it's like, you know, you click through here, try to, so it says Exa, Coinbase, right? So these would all be separate accounts. Is that any finding? So does that match up with anything here? Who knows? I don't see anything. Right, so Coinbase transactions, who knows, right? So maybe even here we could say, so here's the link to the primary ledger. You know, this is the, and this is the organization, entity, institution, account, right? So it looks like most of these we have accounts and institutions, so it's just a matter of making sure we have the organization. Some of these might be mixed, right? Could be just mixed. Question mark, mixed, not partnership / easy. So that's pretty much it. So we just want to verify that the account has the CVX docs, what the date range is, and then eventually we're going to want to link it to the main ledger. Any questions on how this doc works? This is going to need to go into a different spreadsheet. And then also we want to turn like all these personal expenditures. So we have Vienna's account spreadsheet 1. So we have 2 transactions here, right? And here's the Venmo, so that's HSBC, and this is the Venmo account. So we want to get all these transactions. So it says 11/18 through 9/5, right? So we came in here, we would say entity organization Vienna, login, who knows? And this would be the Venmo account, and this would be Venmo, right? So then do we have CVS docs? Yes. And then we'd say, okay, what is the date range? So we come in here, and then we could say here, we could also verify to left, like added to main ledger, question mark. There's like, maybe it's like linked to main ledger, like, so delete column here. So here's a link to the main ledger, and then it's like question mark, is main ledger up to date, right? So that would be the goal, is getting the ledger up to date. And then from here you have the ledger would be, what was it? Date of most recent. Most recent line, ledger line. And then of course you can always have notes, and other things, notes and other. So here it's the Venmo, so the date range, so come in here and say, okay, we have 11/18 through 9/5. So 9/5 to 11/18. So this would be 9/5 to 11/18. And then we have HSBC. So over here I would go, Vienna, question mark, HSBC, and then this would be main. Oh no, this would be HSBC main. And then this would be yes, but we only have 227 to 9:30. I mean, there's like 2 transactions, only 2 transactions. So if we come back over here, and we click on this, what we can see is that we actually have, so this is December 23rd to September 5th. So we come back over here. December 23rd. So we're obviously still missing some here. So this is obviously not complete. Right, so this is work that needs to be done. So we need to take all these transactions in this, right? And this document right here would be another finance CVS. This would be like this. Click right here. We don't know what the date of this is. You could find it. Oh wait, this is the link, right? The name is just Vienna's account for Venmo. And then the organization is Vienna. It's a Venmo account. Login not applicable. Account. So this is the Venmo main. Is it in the Google Docs? Yes, in Google Docs. Link to Google Doc. Well, this is the Google Doc. So it's the same thing. Oops. Because it's already been uploaded. Added to sync ledger? No, but we're in the process, okay? So we're in the process of getting this into the ledger, and this would be the ledger. All right, so, and then this would be the link to the ledger. So I'd come over here, and then I would actually be able to link to primary ledger that includes it. So there'll be this one here. So we might need to be creating other ledgers, but basically these spreadsheets can be the beginning of the ledgers as well. Link error. Huh. Too bad. So I'll have to look into that one. So let's just make this entire thing yellow. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot. to do this, but we just do one spreadsheet at a time, one thing at a time. You know, clean up this should go in a different spreadsheet, and we'll be getting more and more and more of these CVS documents, and we'll just keep updating the spreadsheets as time goes on. So are there any questions on, I mean, there's a lot to do here right now. This, if we go back over here, this is a lot done here. Finance. So obviously this is all red. This is all red. Link to main ledger is basically blank is main ledger link up to date. This is all red. Data most recent ledger line, red. So what you guys can understand here is that as you link all these wallets together, let me go, do we have that one? However, like the Google Docs you guys have can be the main ledgers for the first time you use them, right? So this is all red. This is red, and you can use that to get your date range, etc., etc. And then these are all red. Link to main ledger. I think we have the main ledger for this one, right? So we do have this. We just have to link it. Yeah, lots and lots of red. Oops, it's also red. So I think this one right here, so this is this one here. Boom. And then this one is this one here. And we can actually use this as an example of what we actually want this to look like. So this is what everything's going to look like. You're going to have the date, you're going to have the time, the description of what was spent, the category, whether it was a fee or test, payroll, like what the category was, how much money was spent. In this case, this is Bitcoins. It could be Bitcoins, it could be Ether, it could be any US dollars, it could be, you know, euros. It doesn't matter what the amount is. I mean, the type of currency is just how much was spent. What is the balance after it was spent? So you can see it's going down, down, down. It started at 44. What is the US equivalent? The Bitcoin value when the transaction happened. Eventually, we'll be adding the transaction IDs and the general US balance of the account itself. So this is like a good, this is what it should look like for these things if they're actually done correctly. But a lot of them, it's going to be like the descriptions will be red because we won't know what they were spent on. The categories might be red because we don't know what the categories were spent on. And so those would be line items. And then we'd be actually, those would become tasks to figure out what they were spent on. Cool. So any other questions on the finance verification? All right, and this one's actually for FQN. Well, actually, maybe it's not for FQN. All right, no questions, Jay. All right, cool. And you guys will get stuck in lots of places, and there'll be things that we never find out, but we'll do our best. Okay, so let's see where we at now. We got this going. Session value tracking. Is that the next one? Topics. Okay. Oh, payroll. Let's do payroll real quick. Does anyone need to get paid this week? Or today? Zilu, Abdul, Ulysses, Julie, Lucy, everyone? Does anyone need to get paid for the first week of the month, or do you want to wait until next week? While you guys are letting me know if you want to get paid or not, I am going to start some of the session value tracking, and you guys can help with that as well. So if you haven't done it yet, basically you just go to the template. Okay. And I'm going to go to the very bottom of the template and get the value tracking here. Session value tracking. And go to the very bottom of here, paste it. So Abdul, you need to get paid tonight or now. Julie, Lucy, if Abdul or Lucy, you could check with Ulysses, that would be good as well. All right, so it's just Julie now. So Ulysses would be question mark, Abdul is a yes, need to get paid, Julie, question mark, Lucy is no. All right. Get paid now, Julie is a yes. Yes, okay, cool. So Julie would be a yes. So the first step to getting paid is making sure your work report doc is up to date and adding your hours into the spreadsheet. Yes, that is why it is a buddy team task. All right, so session value tracking. So we pretty much have everyone. We got Zilu, we've got Abdul, we got Jay, we got Julie, and we have Lucy. Nobody checked in. If someone had checked in, you would also get attendance points. Preparation, I did some preparation. I don't know if anyone got here early or not, but I do know that Abdul was on time. It's already completed, Jay. Okay. All right, so time, we have Jay here. It would be, this would be what time I got here. So I got here at 9, 10, 11, so I've been here 2 hours. So that'll be 2 hours. Then I've got 3 times because I'm doing audio, text, and computers. So that would be 6 hours total. So text only would be everyone else. So this would be Lucy, 2 hours. Abdul, 2 hours. And then we have Julie and Zulu. So Julie was here, I guess it'll be 1.5 hours. Wait, Julie got here a lot later than Lucy. What time did Julie get here? Like, you remember? At like 10, really. Maybe 9:30. That'd be like an hour and a half. Anyway, so you guys can help with this. It doesn't just have to be me, right? So we can do this together. So I would just average it to like either an hour and a half. Julia's been here like an hour. So from here, the only question is if you guys are working on the computers, you could add the 2 down to the computers if you needed to do that. Have some positions. I did, I facilitated for 2 hours. Note taking, I did all the note taking for 2 hours. Timekeeping, no one really did any timekeeping. Video indexing. So Julie did a little video indexing for like, a little bit, and I think someone else did, like Lucy did it for like a little bit. I don't know if you did any. I'm doing all the value tracking right now. Anyone wants to do more of that. So training, I did some training for about 2 hours. The whole thing was pretty much training. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much good. There were definitely some tasks that got done that could be added. It's like this one right here, if we knew who did it. So if we know who did this, we could add that as a task for session value tracking. But the main thing is that, if you guys have audio, you definitely will get more points and time for doing the audio than just the text only. And then the more work and actively engaged you are, the more points and credits you'll get. So I'm just going to do mine. Jorge here. I got attendance point. I was not on time, so I did not get that. I did 2 hours, and that's times 3x, so that's going to equal 6 hours. I did facilitation, note taking, did value tracking. I did training for like 2 hours. Anything else I did? I think this is training. I think that's it. So this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25. This would be 12.25 hours plus 1 point. And then someone could add it to the session meeting value tracking if you'd like. So you guys can go ahead and do everyone else or yourself. So maybe do checkouts. So I thought this was okay. It's definitely rather boring and non-experiential to have all 5 of us here, but no one to talk to. Talking to nobody. But other than that, I think it went pretty well. So if anyone else wants to check out real quick before we turn off, be good. Anyone want to check out? Zulu, Julie, see. So it says here, Abdul, you were going to help do the session value tracking. And then for the master document updating, just make sure that all these responsibilities get tracked as well as these tasks. And there's other tasks throughout the document that we want to make sure, like all these, in case they didn't get done. So that's good. So I'm going to work on getting everybody, Julie and so Zelie says everything went fine, experienced new self overall system, learned a lot for today's session, want to continue working on finance spreadsheet. Thank you, Jay. The session was well, felt tired. Lucy, I'm enjoying the session learning new things before, so I'm very happy. Thank you. Cool. So let's be sure to get people paid real quick. So right now I'm just getting all the back pay and everything updated here. This looks pretty good. So for Abdul, we would do 88. So we do $88 plus 10%, which is equal to 88 plus 1.1 is 96.80. And Julie, we would do 75. Okay, so let's do Julie first. So we do Julie on so let's make sure. So Julie, I'll pay to Benji again. And stay. So I go to Tools, Send Money. Send money to Benji. All right, and it's going to be, how much was it? So it's going to be $75. 75. Correct. I don't know. Pay for week of May 14th. May 14th through 20th. It's always good to make sure we actually have on the money in the account before I actually send it. All right, so let's see here. Go here, go to bank relations. So I think we can stop the broadcast at this point since we're pretty much done. We're just doing payment.